What's up guys? So today I wanted to do a video that was kind of an off-the-cuff idea that I came up with randomly while I was filming my room tour video. I'm going to just go through some of the concert memorabilia merch that I have. Merch would be entirely too long because I spend entirely too much money on merch. So I kind of just focused on stuff I've gotten at concerts, set lists, etc, etc. So let's jump right in. So the first frame set list I have is from Panic at the Disco. Does not have the date on it. But it was early January, 2 years ago. It wasn't last year. Yeah, 2 years ago. It was their album release party for Death of a Bachelor. I got this from Dallin. He handed it to me after the show, and I was with my cousin and she also got one from their tech. I don't know his name, but the bass tech gave my cousin one too, which was super cool. It was at Le Poisson Rouge in New York City, a super small club, which was awesome. It was actually my first time seeing Panic after all these years, so that was really awesome to see them in a super small venue. And then later on, when Brendan came to work, I did get him to sign it, which is really cool. And again, I could make a whole video on just Brendon Urie himself and how great he is. So this is just super special to me, and I have it framed on my desk. The next two set lists that I have are both state champs. Shocker. This one actually was the first time I saw them. This was the Sleeping with Sirens tour 2 years ago. Ooh, does it have a date? Oh yes, 2016. Yeah, because it has 11/11, but it was not 11/11. It was like the next day. It was like the 12th or something, because I was like, oh, I catch my first set list, and it's the wrong date. Thanks, state champs. But yeah, this was the first time I saw them. Super special. Ryan threw it to me. My friend helped me grab it. It was awesome. A banging set list too, might I add. It was awesome. The second state champ set list I have is from 5/12/17, which is the tour they did with Withcon, Don Broco, and Against the Current. Yes, those are the bands. So this, I believe Tyler threw this to me. I don't remember. I think it was Tyler. But yeah, this was their headlining tour, and the top's kind of ripped because Tyler doesn't have his life together. But yeah, it was, again, a banging set list. I mean, there's no wrong state champs could do with a set list, but this was such a great tour, so there's a lot of memories with this tour, as I've talked about in past videos, or it'll come up in future videos. This tour was special for me, so this is one of my favorite things that I have. This next set list is from All Time Low. They played, this was only last year. This was after Last Young Renegades came out. They played some random Samsung space. It was like a random show, random free show they tweeted about, and my coworker Lauren and I were like, we have to go. We were literally feet from them. Like, they were breathing on us. That's how close we were. So it was funny too, because they had just came into work recently. So they saw we were there and they were like, oh my gosh. And they started singing the whole time. So even afterwards, Jack was like, it was really cool to like see you guys and blah, blah, blah. Because it wasn't a normal venue setup. It was like these weird stairs and fans were like up top and around. It was very a weird setup, but it was kind of cool. So Jack had said that they were nervous about playing it. So he was like, it was really cool to see some familiar faces in the front singing along, and that just warmed my heart. All Time Low, the best band. And then the most recent set list I have is from Seaway. This is from the Neck Deep tour. This was actually in Baltimore. It was the first time I traveled. Well, not the furthest I've traveled for a show, because I went to Columbus for less than 24 hours for 21 Pilots. That's another story. But this was the furthest I've traveled following a tour. We did Baltimore, Philly, New York for the Neck Deep tour. And Seaway, great guys, great band. They make me so happy. Yeah, and I got some of them to sign it. Adam was MIA for 3 days, so couldn't find him for that. But yeah, it was a great set, a great time. Awesome tour. Would it be a video if I did not talk about Sleep On It? This pick actually was from Jake. He threw it into the crowd. I was like 5th or 6th row and I saw it land and I stepped on it. So this is actually the first pick that I caught, like just blindly thrown to a crowd, and I actually caught it, got it, didn't catch it, but it touched my hand and then fell and I stepped on it. But every other time I've been barricade, so they kind of just like toss it to you. But this was the first time that somebody like threw it and like I saw it and caught it. So this is kind of special, not only because it's Sleep On It, but it was the first pick that I got that was just blindly thrown. So I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, that was my favorite stuff that I've gotten at shows, set lists, etc. Blah, blah, blah. Insert YouTuber, language, here, like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Yes, thank you. See you soon.